Welcome to the PTTS. Today's day is April 19, 2026. My name is Nang Hong Lam. Today PTTS sessions video is on currently like the brainstorm. The title I have is called My Schedule Overall Update. Pretty much have an update on the things I have listed on this list. The main one is PTTS exclusive first magazine, 5th update, My Situation, Emergency Affairs, 4th update. Because like I felt that those already made updates on those two that I just mentioned. So this is like again I'll mention again like PTT's exclusive first magazine 5th update. So it's already have 4 update that I have already uploaded on my YouTube channel. As for my emergency, my situation, emergency affairs, I already updated 3 updates already. This is the 4th update. So in a way that this shouldn't like, I'm just saying for now, just saying that, let's just say someone have come upon my YouTube channel, then it is not new, like I already made posts of 4 updates on the magazine, and My Situation Emergency Affair is documentary, so I already posted 3 uploaded, those videos is. So in a way, these are considered as, if anyway, okay, I'd say like if you were part, like, did came to my YouTube channel. Well, with that being said, it's just like, anyway, I'll get back to this. For now, just keep it. I'll talk more about it. Like for now, just saying like that's because it is worldwide. Like YouTube channel worldwide, anyone could have an internet, could access YouTube. So there is a chance that someone could come upon my YouTube channel because it is public, it is worldwide. So like I'm just saying, like I'm not saying that there could, like I'm just saying there is a chance, pretty much, like because it's worldwide. There's all these people in the world, and anyone who have internet could come upon it. Okay, so anyway, so pretty much this is the things that I'm gonna go over in this today PTTS sessions video. So I'm gonna read it through. The first one is my toothache. Like right now, like I could just, it's like last night I couldn't sleep because of the toothache. It is like the whole day, but it just like during the sleep time I just couldn't sleep because it hurt so much. And so I'm gonna talk about that. And then the second thing is the living together and sharing and commit suicide. Basically, that will be the second thing that I'm talking about. The third thing would be PTTS exclusive first magazine 5th update. Okay, so Andy San just turned off the light, so you could. I'm just gonna go with the light turned off for now. Just so kind of ignore that for now. Just when there's some in between time, I'll turn the light back up again. So right now I'm just gonna go with that. Okay, so okay, back to the list. So PTT exclusive first magazine 5th update, and then CTC, which is Crown TCG Championship promotional event, and then My Situation Emergency Affair documentary 4th update, My Brainstormed Plan. Okay, so pretty much that is the list. Like I kind of went through pretty fast on the list. I mean, if you are watching this video, you could kind of like just pause in between, you know, like as I'm going through the list, so that you could know what I'm saying. Like like you're saying, you know, that just in case you think like I was going too fast and things like that, you know, if you watch it on the YouTube channel, you could just pause after I mention each bullet. So kind of like in a way, you could just write it down, and like I'm saying, just trying to just hurry along because there's a lot of things I have to cover in this today PTDS sessions. Okay, so the two deck pretty much it's just because like early in the morning well like there's a song from Anastasia, the movie. It's just a vocal song that I've been kind of like included in my vocal practice, but it is sang by a female singer. Her name is Liz Calloway. Liz is abbreviation for Elizabeth, so Liz Calloway. Um, so kind of like in a way, even though it is like was sang again. Okay, I'm just gonna try to open the light, see if Anderson's gonna turn it off again or not. Like, okay, so anyway, you could see me better, like my face with the light turned on, so that I mean the whole purpose of making these videos so you can see my face, you know, it's like with the light turned on, it's harder to see my face, so kind of like in a way, kind of ruin the purpose and that. So that's why I want to turn on back the light. Okay, so okay, back to what I'm saying. So pretty much this is one song, like it really helped, like just to kind of like I don't know, like that's one of the song, you know, not just this song, but I prefer this song more because kind of like in a way it really help express the the oppressions and the conflicts is in general that I have to adversities and conflicts in general that I have to deal with and overcome and including oppressions. That's one of the main things. So kind of like so I felt this song really able me to, you know, express that emotion. So kind of like in a way that those things that I was just saying that, you know, that I have to overcome, that the adversities and conflicts in general, including oppression. So I felt that so this song, even though it's sang by a female singer like Liz Calloway, but I felt that, you know, I don't know, I just don't know really, you know, what would the world see, you know, if a male singer who decided to sing this song, like I don't really know about this because I'm still doing my vocal training. I still haven't uploaded any video on my vocal training on my YouTube channel, so I really don't know, like, would the world kind of like go have, you know, negative feedback about it or positive feedback, you know, kind of like I don't really know because I haven't uploaded any of my vocal training video on YouTube channel. But I'm just saying, just so happened to be a female singer who sang this song, and I just felt that it really expressed those like I was saying, the adversities and conflict in general, including oppressions that I have to overcome. And so I felt this song really expressed that. So pretty much early yesterday, right when I woke up, I just started doing vocal training on this song, and just, but usually other day, I would, when I would do vocal training, not just this song, I would do like other vocal training, but just this morning I kind of just want to focus on this song. And I don't know, just right after I did that, I started having a toothache. Like I don't want to, blame it on this song, that I'm saying, just I just wanted to, maybe just stress, like maybe I'm in very stressful situations, so I have this toothache. It just come from because of stress response, it's just, I remember back then also this happened, during test final or a midterm during my college year when I was having final midterm. It's the same thing, would either have this toothache or just like something like that, similar. Mainly on this, just very pain on my. I don't know. It's not, maybe not just toothache, just like some sort of muscle. I don't know, like just like I'm saying, I, for now, I just wanted to see it as, just stress response, not someone just purposely wanted to create weights on me so that I have more difficulty on my midterm and finals. As for now, like I'm having a lot of things in my schedule, just to make it more difficult for me to finish my schedule and things like that. I don't want to see it that way. I see it as just stress response. It's just like, anyway, like my older sister Bunhong San and her son, Kaden San. I remember there's time, like right now, I'm overcoming very difficult adversity and things like that, and she would start scrolling at her son. It's kind of like, in a way, it's just like, it just, because I don't have any evidence who's doing this to me, so kind of like, in a way, she's sort of like, gave me that sympathy that, it's Caden, Caden is doing this to me, and kind of like, just like scrolling at Caden, and I felt maybe just an act of mercy, just seeing that I'm going through all this, overcoming all this adversity in my life, and I couldn't find any, like, it's very hard for me to have evidence to prove, why these adversities happen to me and things like that. So I felt like, when she did that, I felt like just an act of mercy to, maybe it felt like it's Caden who's doing this to me, it's just like, like seeing that, like these videos, and maybe no one watched it, only Caden who watched it and anticipated everything, like, because he watched these videos and know everything in my life, and so that he could create the problems to my life. So, and no one else watched these videos, and so I felt like this is an act of mercy. Caden is doing this to me. Like when I don't, like, she didn't say anything. It's just, but I just see this coincidence. When she's scrolling at Caden as, she's doing an act of mercy on me, that, blaming on Caden is, it's Caden who's doing this to me and things like that. And so I felt like, that's her sympathy, that her act of mercy, showing me the sympathy on by scowling at her son. So I felt it's her way of showing me an act of mercy. And but like I'm saying, I mean, Caden is I'm saying, I don't really, it's still a child. Like maybe he is. I don't know. Like I didn't ask her what's Caden's age, but I think he's still not even in his teenage year yet. So like I'm saying, felt even though kind of like Caden's not even a teenager yet, and she's grown at him, but like it's sort of like act of mercy, like like I'm overcoming all these adversities in my life, and it's very hard for me to find these evidences who's creating these adversities to me. So about that's her way of showing me an act of mercy, by scrolling at her son. And so anyway, like I'm saying, like it's just, I mean, Caden's still in his teenage year yet, so I felt like it's, I mean, like I was saying, just her act of mercy, just so that felt that someone is doing this to me, like this person, Caden, is doing this to me, kind of like in a way. That's pretty like watching my videos, knowing, anticipate every move, like because I update regularly. Whenever there's something I'm working on, I would upload it, make an update, and upload it on my YouTube channel. So if Caden's watching all this video, exactly everything that's going on in my life, and you could anticipate it, create problems to me. So it felt like, that's my older sister, but I'm saying act of mercy, scrolling at her son, Caden, and okay, so pretty much like I'm saying, so I just want to keep my two-leg as just stress, just like back in my college years also, like when I about to, studying very hard on my midterm or final, would have this two-leg, so it felt like it's just part of the stress response. And it's kind of like in a way, instead of like going with my sister acting versus Kaden is doing this to me, kind of like in a way just saying that it's my stress, that's why I have this toothache, it's like, okay, anyway, what I'm saying is just right now, like, it's kind of like in a way, yesterday, I was just hoping it would go away, but the whole night I just couldn't sleep because of the toothache. And anyway, I felt maybe when the stress lower a bit, maybe it would lighten up the pain and wouldn't feel so much pain on it. Like I was saying, during those midterm and final back in the college, just same thing, it's just like, oh man, it's bad timing. Why does this tutor happen right when I'm, like doing all these studies, trying to study for my midterm and final, and have to be bothered by this tutor the whole time. It's kind of like really hot and bothered, it's like the stress of studying, already enough, just have to bother by this tutor, just make it worse, it's like, so kind of like in a way, just really create more weights to my life, having this tutor at the same time, studying for the midterm and final, and it's like, so anyway, like I'm saying, hopefully able to lower the stress and lighten up the pain, and like I'm saying, just I felt in a way, I felt anyway. Okay, so move on to the next topic. Pretty much it's not next topic, living together and sharing and commit suicide. Pretty much, you just have to go choose, pick a side, kind of like in a way, make have a side, kind of like in a way, either like you are, I mean for me, like right now, because I'm in, it is my family, like I'm part of the Lam family, that's my last name, so kind of like in a way, have to see what happened, like the family members and how, like how when we were living together and things like that, like my older sister, my second older sister, Lin Hong Lam, that's her picture, like pretty much she like committed suicide by driving on the opposite side of the road and kill herself, like collision with another car, and die on the impact. But like, and as well, my father, this is his autobiography, and on the back of his autobiography book, you could see a profile picture of him. So I think you could see. I'm trying to make sure the focus, you could see him. Okay, so like I was saying, okay, I want to make sure like the focus, you could see Lynn's picture also. So back to my father. So my father, weeks before he died, like I remember it was telling me how much pain he's in, and things like that, and then after saying that to me, and then he'd tell me, to just like I'm saying, I just like kill him, he's already this old and already in so much pain. He's already over 80 years old, and like I'm just saying, but it just, like I'm saying, it's just like, I don't know, it was really hard for me when my father passed away, so like there's just shock and everything, so like I'm saying, but that is in a way like his way of commit suicide, telling me to kill him and things like that, and like I'm saying, so it's just part of, I felt, you just have to choose, like you want to go like how Lynn live her life, just commit suicide by driving her car on the opposite side of the road in collision with another car, or my father who is asking me to kill him as part of his his way or commit suicide, or like my mother sucking her. Well, in my autobiography book, there's a picture of my mother and father together. Well, as you can see, like my father and my mother, they don't have the same last name. My mother's last name is Ho, and my father's last name is Lam. So Hoi in Chinese mean bitter. So pretty much is, it's just like, hearing her name, Hoi, you're expecting that it is, there's going to be some bitterness, because of her, like, and pretty much my mother's way of living her life, whenever she see me, she would start scrolling at me, like, complaining at me, which is kind of like, in a way, it's like scrolling at me because I'm in a really urgent/emergency situation, especially back then, after I have served it as club president in of the Mesa College Multimedia Club in the San Diego Mesa College campus for 4 years. That took a lot out of my schedule, to go through with this responsibility and duty. So I felt like, I have to really readjust to the time that I gave up to this service, So I felt, I have to make up for the time, because of this is a lot of responsibility and duty, like so I felt these 4 years of time I have to make up for it. So it's not, like putting together the PTT as my way of giving my chance to make up and everything. So, and it's just during this time, my mother's, when I, like, so I felt like, like I have to hurry along and everything. So like each time, and my mother see me and she's like start complaining at me. So in my opinions, I felt like, she's just scrolling at me each time she see me. Like I was saying, so that's bitterness, just. So it just depends on how you want to live your life, it's like leading to a collision with another car, or my father who's asking me to kill him, or my mother who would see, whenever she see me, she start complaining at me. Or like the people of San Diego who wouldn't acknowledge me, so it's kind of like, you pick a side, how you want to live your life, you want to be like the people of San Diego who doesn't acknowledge me, or want to be like my father who asked me to kill him, or want to be like my older sister Lin Hong Lam who commit suicide by driving on the opposite side of the road in collision with another car, or like my mother who just, whenever she see me, start complaining at me. So just pick a side, for argument's sake, just. Or like the voices in my head, which I can't see them, it's just really difficult, which side did they go on, it's like, like, this time, the voices in the head came from, like the crew of Hero. I could hear some of their voices. Some of the main character, not all of them, just some of the main character in Heroes. I could hear some of their voices, but like I'm saying, I just can't see them. I just could only hear their voices, and I don't know what side they're standing on. It's like maybe they're standing on the side that you can't see them. That's the side they're standing on. That's why. So pretty much you just have to pick a side, like Lynn, my father, my mother, the voices in my head, the people of San Diego, just pick one side. Like, it's like, as for me, I felt, maybe my father and me, we have maybe I don't know, like maybe my father, while he was overcoming his, I don't know how he do, like I'm saying, it's it's really, I mean, I don't know how to read Chinese kanji, so I don't know, like how to read his autobiography book, but like growing up, my father always, like a lot often, he would have talk about his life's experience, and people would gather up and to listen to his those stories tell about his life experience. So I heard his story all the time, growing up, about a lot of topic, like in general,